our morning meeting. I hope you all had a good weekend. We'll talk about what we did over the weekend in a second. Today we are going to do our greeting, share, activity message, and our calendar like we do every day. So let's get started with our greeting. We're going to do our Buenos Dias pinky wave. So I'm going to unmute you so you can greet your friends with me. Here we go. Buenos dias, Lena. Oops. Let's try that again. Here we go. Buenos dias, Lena.
Buenos días, niña.
Buenos dias, Steven.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias, Hugh.
I don't hear you.
Buenos dias, Paula. Buenos dias, Michael.
Yes, Michael.
Too loud there.
Elliot. Buenos dias, Frank.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias, Eileen.
Buenos días. Myself look like I'm frozen.
Somebody else just came through. Buenos dias, Diana. Buenos dias, Hyundai. Okay. We are done with our morning meeting. I'm not with our morning meeting. I'm sorry, with our greeting. 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time for our share. So since it's Monday and we haven't had morning meeting for 2 days, our share today is to talk about what you did over the weekend. So I know Saturday's weather was super nice. It was really warm. It kind of felt a little bit like summer. So I wonder what you did over the weekend. If you would like to share, you can wave like this or put your hand up so I can see it. And I will call on you to share what you did over the weekend. Hugh, what did you do over the weekend?
Well, first I'm going to talk about on Saturday. At Saturday, me and Amy played with water, trying to throw it at our daddies. We also played water balloon fight. And we also drank water and spit it out because we were laughing so hard. And on Sunday, we went bicycling.
Fun. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share? Paola, what did you do this weekend?
I relaxed and when I was in the water and we made some cakes for my mom, friends.
You made some cakes? That sounds like fun. Thank you for sharing. Lena, what did you do this weekend?
In Saturday and Sunday, I was talking with my friend, and she saw a turtle, and she saw baby birds and an owl, and
Cool.
she caught an owl. She caught the owl, and I told her, if you have mice, she does have mice, and I told her that if you have mice and you like the mice, you have to get rid of the owl, and she got rid of it, and I saw her baby birds and the egg in a nest.
Cool.
And then she pictured and sent me a picture of a turtle and the mom.
Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share? Elliot, is that your hand up?
Yes.
Elliot, what did you do this weekend?
This weekend, I did, let me see, I did bicycling, and I watched a movie, and I forget everything else.
Sounds like you had a busy weekend. So busy you forgot. Thank you for sharing. Michael, what did you do this weekend?
At the weekend, I had to do homework. After that, we had fun together, my dad, mommy, and me.
Thank you for sharing. That sounds like fun. Iviana, was your hand raised?
Yes,
What did you do this weekend, Iviana?
I have my mom and I went to the park. And we went shopping, and my mom got me new shoes and a dress and a makeup kit.
Fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing. Does anybody else want to share? I think that was everybody. Okay, we are done with our share. 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time for our activity. Today's activity is kind of like the problems we used to start math with, where we would do them on our whiteboard. So it's not a story problem where we're doing addition and subtraction, but it's a story problem that we're going to listen to and think about how we could solve with a picture and then a number bond, and maybe see if we can come up with a number sentence that will match. If you watched the videos on Friday, this problem will remind you of the videos you watched when you were talking about things being in half or things being in fourth. So let's listen to the problem and then think about how we're going to solve it. The problem sounds like this. Emmy cut a square brownie into fourths. Draw a picture of her brownie. Then Emmy gave away 3 parts of the brownie. How many parts or pieces does she have left? So let's think about this. The story is about a girl named Emmy, and she has a brownie. Brownie is kind of like a dessert, and sometimes we cut them into squares or into rectangles. What shape was Emmy's brownie? What did the story tell us? What shape was her brownie? Raise your hand so I can see that you're participating. Elliot, what shape was her brownie?
What shape is a brownie?
What shape was Emmy's brownie?
Square.
Square. She had a square brownie and she cut it. How did she cut her brownie? Let's read it again. It says, Emmy cut a square brownie into fourths. So she has her square brownie. And how did she cut it? Sage?
1/3.
Say it again.
1/3.
She cut it into fourths. If you watched the math video on Friday, you learned that a fourth is when you break something into 4 equal parts. So she has a square brownie that she cut into 4 equal parts. The story tells us to draw the brownie. So let's draw the brownie. There's her square brownie. Now, I want you to think, what would you do to cut this brownie into 4 equal parts or fourths? If you had a marker, where would you draw lines to cut it into 4 equal parts? You might have cut your brownie like this. Do you see there's 4 tiny squares in the big square? And all of these little squares are the same size as each other. Let's count how many little squares are inside the big square. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are called fourths. Each of those squares is the same size, and the big brownie is cut up into 4 equal parts or fourths. The next part of the story says, Emmy gave away 3 parts of the brownie. How could I show that she's giving away 3 parts of the brownie? What could I do in my picture? Whose hand is that? Eileen, what could I do?
You can cross 3 of them.
Yeah, I could cross out 3 of the parts. I'm not going to cross them out in my picture. I'm just going to make them turn gray. But we're going to say those gray parts mean that she gave them away. So she had 4 parts of her brownie, and then she gave away 3 parts of her brownie. So let's see, do we have 3 parts shaded in our brownie? So she gave away this part, she gave away this part, and she gave away this part. The problem says, how many pieces does she have left? If you look closely at the brownie, how many pieces does she have left? Raise your hand so I can see you're participating. I see Frank's hand. Frank, how many pieces does she have left?
1.
1. So she gave 3 pieces away and she has 1 left. So a number sentence that could go with this could be 4 minus 3 equals, and we have to think, what's that question mark going to be? Before we solve that subtraction problem, let's think about what our number bond might look like. If we were going to make a number bond to match the story about the brownie, what would our number bond look like? Who can tell me what would be our whole number? I only see 1 hand raised. You guys can do this. This is math that we did at the beginning of 1st grade. Elliot, what would be our whole number?
whole number will be 1.
Elliot, remember our whole number is the number that we have when we have all of our pieces together. So how many pieces of the brownie did she have at the beginning?
4.
4. So what's our whole number?
Yes.
So our whole number is going to be 4. And how many pieces of the brownie did she give away? Sage?
3.
3. So that's going to be 1 part. So let's take a look at our number bond. Here we go. Here's our number bond that matches our brownie problem. She had 4 pieces of her brownie. She cut it up into 4 equal parts, and then she gave away 3. So what's going to be our other missing part? How many pieces does she have left? Frank?
1.
1. Nice job, Frank. So she's giving those 3 away. In our number bond, when we say she's giving something away, we draw a line through it. And we can see that there's 1 left. So this problem helps us practice breaking something into fourths. If it's going to be in fourths, it has to be equal. It has to be 4 equal parts. So let's take a look and think of a statement that we could write to go with this problem. What could be a statement that would answer this question? Hugh? Hold on, Hugh, you're not unmuted yet. Oh, there you go. What could we say, Hugh?
You could say that now Emmy has 1/4 of her brownie left.
Yeah, we could say she has 1/4 of her brownie left, or we could say she has 1 piece left. Excellent job. So we are now done with our activity. Let's say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Check. And now it's time for our message. So read the words in yellow with me, and then we'll see what we're going to do in our message today. Here we go. May 18th, 2020. Good morning, friends. Today is Monday. Today we are learning at home. Fill in the long vowel sounds. Love, Miss Harrington. In Cooking in Words with Miss G, you guys have been practicing making words that have a long vowel where the vowel says its name and a silent E at the end. Today we're going to look at some pictures, and in these pictures the vowel is going to be missing, and it's going to be your job to help me think what's going to be the missing long vowel. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this up here. What is this picture showing? At the top right here. What is that called? Can you guys see my pictures? What is this called? Sometimes you see this in a fence. It's a door that opens. What could we call this? I don't see any hands raised. Hyundai, thank you for raising your hand. Hold on, Hyundai. It's not muted yet. There we go. Hyundai, what's this called?
A gate.
A gate. Good job. So let's tap out the word gate. Ready? G-A-T. Gate. When I look at that word, I see a silent E at the end. So what vowel do we need to put in the middle to make this spell the word gate? What vowel sound do you hear? I'm going to start calling on friends because we have a lot of learning to do, but I need to see friends participating. What's our vowel? Katerine?
A.
A. Good job. So this is a gate. G-A-T. You can hear the A saying its name, and the E is silent. Let's look at this picture here. We have some of these on our playground at school. What is this picture showing? Sage?
Slide.
A slide. Let's tap out the word slide. Slide has a blend in it. Here we go. Slide. Slide. What vowel is missing in the word slide? Hugh, hold on, you're not muted yet. Thanks for raising your hand, Hugh. What vowel is missing in the word slide?
I.
I. You can hear The I, saying I. I'd. Good job. Now let's look at this picture. What fruit do you see in this picture up here? Michael. Hold on, Michael. It's not unmuted. Why can't we unmute you, Michael? Can you unmute yourself, Michael? There we go. Michael, what do you see in the picture?
Grape.
Grape. Grapes. So let's tap it out. This word also starts with a blend and it has a suffix S. Ready? G-R-A-P. Grapes. Grapes. What long vowel do you hear in the word grapes? Which vowel is saying its name? Katerine.
A.
A. Good job. We can hear it. G-R-A-P. It's the vowel right after the blend. Nice job. So that A is saying its name. It's making the A sound because the E is silent. Let's look down here. What is this picture showing? Let's see, is there a friend who's raising their hand who I haven't heard from? Frank, what's that picture showing? Right here.
Ripe.
Do you know what this thing is called? You use it to tie a knot and make something tied together. Rope. This is rope. Let's tap it out. Ready? R-O-P. Rope. Excellent job, Katerine and Sage, tapping it out. What long vowel is missing in the word rope? What vowel sound do you hear? R-O-P. Eileen. Oh, we can hear O saying its name. Eileen, did you have something else to say?
Yes, I cannot look the pictures.
Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. Is that better?
Yes.
Great. Thank you for letting me know. So we can see the rope and we hear the O sound. Good. Let's look at this flower. Does anybody know the name of this flower? I actually just saw a lot of these flowers blooming in my neighborhood. What is this pretty flower called? Lena?
A rose.
A rose. Good job. Let's tap out the word rose. Ready? R-O-S. Rose. I see an E, but I didn't make an E sound. So what vowel do we need to put in the word rose? Hugh?
Oh.
O. R-O. Good. And let's look at our last picture. This is a number. What number do you see in the picture? Hyundai?
Number 9.
9. Let's tap out 9. Ready? N-I-N. 9. I see the E there, but the E is silent. What vowel is missing in the word 9? Eileen? I'm sorry, Katerine?
I.
Good. In the word 9, you can hear the I. It's saying its name. So all of these words are words that have the V-E or the vowel consonant E words because they all have a vowel and then a consonant and then an E, and that E is silent and that E is bossy. It's in charge. And when that E is there, it makes the vowel say its name. Nice job, you guys. You're going to continue to practice words that have a vowel, consonant E, spelling pattern, and cooking words with Miss G. We are done with our message. 1, 2, 3, check. And now it's time for our calendar. So let's take a look. We weren't at school on Saturday. We weren't at school on Sunday. So on Friday, we added the number 15 to the calendar. What number do we need to add for Saturday? Sage?
16.
16. So Saturday was the 16th. What was Sunday? Elliot?
17th.
The 17th. And so if yesterday, Sunday, was the 17th, what number do we need to add to the calendar today? Hyundai?
18.
18. We can see the 18 on the calendar. And let's say the date together. Ready? Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. On Friday, we were in school for 157 days. We can't put a straw for Saturday or Sunday because we weren't at school, but we can add a straw for today. If we add a straw to our days in school for today, how many days have we been in school? Eileen?
158.
Yes, good job. After 7 comes 8. You can see we've been in school 158 days. And let's take a look at our 10 frame and count by 10s. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,
90, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 151,
151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158 days of first grade. That is a lot of days of learning together. And even though we haven't been at school together in a long time, you guys are doing such an amazing job making sure to come to morning meeting and doing all your work at home. I'm really proud of all of the things you've been doing. Yes, Elliot?
We only have 8 more days of school.
Yes, we only have a few more days of school, so make sure you keep coming to morning meetings. After school is finished, morning meetings will be done, and you will have a break until second grade starts. Now that we've counted our days in school, let's take a look at some of the things you're going to see on the website today. So we're done with our message or our calendar, 1, 2, 3, check. And on the website today, this is a very exciting day because your math video is going to start to teach you about a clock and about how to tell time. So when you go to the math video today, you are going to think and learn about the different parts of a clock. You're going to learn about what an analog clock is, and then you're going to start to think about how we can use a clock to tell time on the hour. The video in our read aloud today is a book called Me Counting Time. And this book is going to tell you about many ways we can tell time, from seconds to minutes to hours to days to months to years to centuries. So this book is a fun way to learn about the many different kinds of time. In Cooking Words with Miss G, you're going to keep working on words that have a vowel, consonant, E. So these are your 3 videos on the website to watch. Make sure you watch them because tomorrow we're going to talk in morning meeting about clocks and about telling time. And it's really important you watch these videos because they're going to help you learn everything you need to know for second grade. Before we are done with morning meeting, I have one more announcement. Tomorrow for our share in morning meeting, we are going to share a solid 3D shape that you can find around your house. So when we're done with morning meeting, your job is to find at least one 3D shape somewhere in your house that you can bring to our morning meeting on the computer. So you might be able to find a sphere or a cone or a cylinder. Maybe you can find a cube or a rectangular prism. You just need to have one solid shape and you need to bring it with you tomorrow morning to share during morning meeting. We're not sharing flat 2D shapes. We're sharing solid 3D shapes that we can pick up and hold. So I already have some ideas of some of the things I might bring. I might bring a can because it's the shape of a cylinder. Maybe I'll borrow one of Henry's balls that's the shape of a sphere. So think around or about all of the things you have around you in your house, and maybe you can find a 3D shape that you never even noticed before. So that is for morning meeting tomorrow. Now we are done with our morning meeting. Yes, Hyundai?
Can I bring like the one that I made something flat that turned into a square? Like not a real square, but into a cube.
Remember, a square is a 2D shape. It's flat. If it's
What about a cube I made from flat shapes?
If you can bring a cube that you made out of flat shapes, as long as it's a 3D shape, you can bring it, okay? Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, make sure you watch those videos on the website. Make sure you do your packet with you. Inside your packet, you'll find some pictures of clocks that can help you as you're watching the video. And don't forget to go to Lexia and iReady and work hard, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at morning meeting. Yes, Frank?
I guess we did this.
Whoa, Frank, you've been working so hard on Lexia, iReady, and doing your work packets. I am really proud of you.
Bye.
Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, bring your 3D shapes tomorrow. I'm gonna unmute you. I will see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Sheila.
Bye, Michael. Bye, Frank. Bye, Galaxy. J2. Bye, Hyundai. Bye,
Bye, Miss Harrington. Bye, everybody.